Davenport. So, we're doing something a little different tonight. In honor of Galentine's Day, we are actually doing a pick a card reading. Hey, Carrie. And so, what I want you to do, hey, Lena, what I want you to do is pick a card, and whatever card you pick, whatever pile you pick, that is going to be your reading. So, and we have a specific item from my handy dandy charm box. You know, we're always switching it up. We're always doing new things over here at the Divine Rebel family. And so, yeah, we're switching it up. So we are going to get into it. So if you want to pick pile 1, you would choose this lovely citrine pendulum with the chakras, the chakra representations on it. If you pick pile number 2, that will be your lucky Irish stone, which has traveled with me hither and thither for many years, a lucky Irish stone for pile 2. And if you feeling lucky, you feel like you need a little bit of help or a little bit of luck, I invite you to choose this beautiful cinnamon stick, courtesy of Mother Nature. And so all you have to do is take a deep breath in, let it out through your nose, and just really focus in on what card appeals to you. I love pick a card readings, and so I'm probably going to do a lot of these. So again, just pile number 1, pile number 2, or pile number 3, taking a deep breath in, focusing into whichever card appeals to you. As we listen to the musical stylings of Miss Jody Whatley. She can't explain it. Hey. Yes. And we're just giving people time to get into the room. New people in the room, pick a deck. 1, 2, 3. Turn me on. Okay. Had to turn it off because you know YouTube and Facebook be tripping with the music. So now we're going to go ahead and get it started. And I have dressed up for you all a little bit tonight since it is Galentine's week. So, I mean, I didn't really dress up, but, you know, I put on sparkles for you. Okay, so let's get into it. If you chose card number 1, pile number 1, that means you chose the lovely citrine pendulum. So let's see what we have for pile number 1. And once this is over, I'll go in and I'll put timestamps in for folks that are coming on late. But basically, so the message for pile number 1 is from my Story Oracle deck, which I absolutely adore this deck. And this is the little box that it came in, a Story Oracle, right? And so the first message for my lovely pile number 1 is to choose your words carefully. I'm going to just put these back down here because you don't need to look at me. can look at the cards. So choose your words carefully. So that is more than obvious. Pile number one, you could be going through different trials, different tribulations when it comes to your love relationships. You may be dealing with a partner that doesn't always keep their word, or they may be quite volatile. And so the guidance here is to really choose your battles and choose your words carefully. Next card out of the deck is Big Picture Thinking, which is associated with Pleiades energy, visionary, and inspired ideas. So you're really actually being guided again to just really not go with the flow. That's really not what I'm saying. But what I'm really saying is keep your eye on the big picture. So when we think about choosing our battles, is it worth going back and forth? Is it worth having the same stupid argument over and over again? Oh my God, why do you not bring the groceries in? Why do you not put the toilet down when you use it, right? Why do you leave your hair in the sink? It's just over and over the same conversations over and over and over again. And so the guidance really is for you to key into the big picture and to also key into why are you even in this relationship? What do you even want from this relationship? Is this relationship still serving your needs? Is this relationship actually fitting the person that you are now? It could have fit you 10 years ago, 20 years ago, heck, it could have fit you 30 years ago, but now you are growing, you are turning into a visionary, you are a person who is being guided by your spirit, which is more than likely why you chose the pendulum, right? And so your spiritual, who you are spiritually may not be in line with your partner anymore. Group number one. And so you are being guided to key into the Palladian energy, the energy of the Palladians. You can look that up on YouTube. And to really tap into your most visionary self, your most creative self, and really digging into inspired ideas. So instead of going back and forth with your partner, you are actually being guided towards your creative work, etc. Next card out of the deck, Dance with Life. Do something to change your energy. So again, just what I'm saying, right? It's like time's up for having the same stupid arguments, right? We can't be happy together. Fine. I don't want to leave you, but I'm going to find ways to be happy with myself. So I may need to take that dance class. I may need to take that painting class. I may need to go back to school. I need to focus on me, right? That's what you need to be focusing on, yourself. And not what it is or isn't that your partner is not doing. And if you look at this card, right, you know I read colors and all of those beautiful things. And so this card, you know, again, it's a very soft energy. It's a very beautiful gilded gold and pastel energy. And so this is where you get into going with the flow. The only time that you should be going with the flow is when it has to do with your creative projects, your artistic projects. You may express yourself through cooking. That may be how you get artistic. You may express yourself through the obvious ways of dance, but there might be other things dormant within you that you are not reaching and you are not seeing because you are going back and forth with your partner. So you are really being guided to dance with life, to find what makes you happy and focus on that. The last card out of the deck, out of the pile from our Moonology has to do, it says balance spirituality and practicality, full moon in Pisces. So exactly what I was saying. Exactly what I was saying, group number one. You are being guided to balance your spirituality and practicality. Pisces is one of the most psychic zodiac signs in the the zodiac structure. And so, yeah, you may have been actually ignoring your spirituality for some time, because you might be a person who goes from one extreme to the other. Not unlike your partner, you may just show, you may show these tendencies in different ways. You may show these tendencies in passive aggressive ways. You may show these tendencies in unhealthy ways, but also very, like I said, passive aggressive, sneaky ways. And so you and your partner are reflections of one another. It's just they may show it more outwardly and you do it from a more sneaky place, right? And so you really need to tap into your spirituality. You really need to learn balance, right? Being practical with being spiritual. That is your guidance. Lovely group number 1, right? And if you need help, you know, getting into the world of spirit, you might want to get yourself a piece of citrine, a citrine crystal. Citrine is very good for luck. It's also good for money. And so also whatever is happening in your relationship is also being mirrored in your career, which is, you know, that is not uncommon, right? And so the same sort of personalities, group number 1, that you're running into in your personal relationships, more than likely, they are also being reflected in your career as well, right? So you really are being guided, again, to delve into your spirituality, because that is going to hold all the answers. That is where you're going to find the big ideas. That is how you're going to be able to get into that big picture thinking. But there is a need for you to be lighter, lighter, lighter. Choose your words, lighten up, don't take things so seriously, and really take, the only thing that you really should be taking seriously are your spiritual endeavors and your creativities, and really looking at things from a higher perspective and not being mired down by the things of the mundane, the everyday sort of things, right? Those are not things that you should be bothering yourself with to the extreme at this time. So group number 1, I hope that resonated for you. Now we're moving on to number 2, the lovely Irish stone. All right, move group number 1 out of the way. Okay, so the first card out of the deck for this is She Leaves Home. So group number 2, you may actually be separated from your partner right now. You could have been separated from your partner for quite some time. In numerology, 4 can be the number of finance. And so this separation could be affecting you financially. But the number 4 also has to do with building foundations. So this leaving home, this separation, group number 2, has really had you questioning your very foundation. It may have actually shaken you or shooketh you to the core. Right? Because this was a person who you felt like was home to you. And so when things did not work out the way you thought that they were going to, you definitely feel distraught, alone, etc. All right, so that's the overall energy of group number 2. And again, this is a weekly reading, so please just take what resonates and leave what does not. Right, and so the guidance for this week is to, oh my goodness, Inner Earth. It says, you'll survive this, new solutions and beginnings. This is a very, very beautiful card. So even though there has been some sort of disappointment, there has been some sort of separation, you are definitely being guided to know that you will survive this. You will be able to tap into solutions, and there will be a new beginning. I love that so much of this card is green, right? And so this is a perfect example of what one door closes, another door opens, and rebirth comes often after death, right? And so the guidance for you, group number 2, is to really take heart in the fact that old things must die away so that new things must live. And I'm kind of getting the vibe of the reading that I did a couple of weeks ago, where it was like, you've done this, you've been through this before. And this is actually a beautiful process, It is just how you look at it. The new solution and the new beginning could also be a partner where there was a separation and then the partner returned or will be returning. And you will be focusing on building new solutions, building a new foundation, because again, we said that the number 4 has to do with foundation. So how do you come back together after this separation? How do you rebuild? How do you trust them again? How do you receive the offer of love that they're bringing you after disappointing you for so long? Take a break. A life's work, not a season. Get off the treadmill. This is interesting. So I don't know if you can see it, but this person is wading in the water. And that's really what I'm hearing is wade in the water, wade in the water. You will survive this. You have survived this. This is not the worst thing that's happened to you. And that the work you're doing, the new foundation that's being built is going to carry you through the end of your days, actually. And so everything that you have gone through with this person, and also I'm getting the message that this could actually be a karmic relationship, group number 2. So even if you haven't been together that long, you feel like you've been with each other forever. And as I think about, the Irish stone, this is an actual stone from Ireland. And when you think about places like Ireland that are so old and carry so much mystery and carry so much lore and mythology, I really feel like the person that you are involved with is a very old soul, and that this is most definitely a karmic situation. And that it is definitely, not over, that there is just a need to take a break and then come back together again. And then the last card out of the pile, number 2, is a personal issue reaches resolution from our Moonology deck. Full moon in Cancer. So we know Cancer is a very emotional sign. And so with karmic situations, we know that tensions can run very high. Feelings can get hurt very easily. People are very sensitive. And so for you, pile number 2, you just need to rest in the knowledge that you will survive this, that it is a karmic situation, and that there will be a resolution. That is pile number 2. Pile number 3 was my lovely cinnamon stick, right? So for those of you who took the cinnamon stick, I feel like this particular group is actually very connected to nature and also is a quite lucky person. And you are a person that if you think about something, you're actually able to manifest it. It may take some time, but you typically do get what you want, although not always when it comes to your personal love relationships, group number 3. Okay, so group number 3, you definitely need a little bit of luck because this is a situation where a fraud or a secret was exposed. So this is a reading for this week. So if the fraud or the secret has not been exposed yet, this is information that will be coming to light. So this is card number 35 in our deck. And so the numerology on this is number 8, because in numerology, we reduce everything to a single number. And so when we see a number 8, it's a very powerful number. It's the number also associated with infinity. I do feel like this too is a karmic situation. So things could have felt very heavy between you and your prospective person or the person that you're dealing with. 8 can go really, really well, or 8 can be quite challenging, right? So the guidance for you, group number 8, is to, I get it, okay. So this beautiful, gorgeous card says, Star Keeper, Cosmic Ancestor, seed the light by staying grounded. So here's the deal with you, group number 3. You need to meditate, pray, again, tap into your spirituality even more than group number 1. You can almost meditate that this almost cosmic egg that is surrounding this person is protecting you. So if you choose to meditate, you really want to sort of imagine that you are in this cosmic shell. You are in this cosmic egg yourself. And you are pulling in all of the love and all of the support of your most enlightened ancestors. You also want to tap into your angelic energies, maybe working with Archangel Michael, Archangel Metatron, Archangel Raphael, because the key here really is for you to stay as grounded as possible. Next card in this pile is called The Great Gathering. It's all coming together. Intuitive hits, soul, tribe. So you are also being guided to look to your friends and your family. And it doesn't have to be your family of origin. In fact, I would suggest that it's not your family of origin, because your family of origin could actually have direct influence on the issues that you experience in your personal relationships, group number 3. So you definitely need to tap into, as I said, your meditation, and you want to reach out to your friends, your soul tribe. You need to meditate because you need to tap into your intuition, but not just tapping into your intuition, actually following your intuition, because you may have been getting messages, or you are getting messages about this fraud all along. But as I mentioned, because of whatever your family history was, you are actually not in the habit of following your intuition when you need to follow it, because certain parts of your personality were actually a point of derision in your early childhood. And so what you've done is you've shrouded parts of yourself throughout your life, and you have fragmented parts of yourself throughout your life, and you have allowed other people's needs to be put in front of your needs, pile number 3. And that is how this fraud was able to get so close to you. Because your true self has been covered for quite some time. So this pile number 3, actually 2 cards fell out, one additional card fell out, so I kept it. And so just what I was saying. So it says, share your voice. Share your voice, pile number 3. Come out of the cave, persecution, expression. So yeah, so this card is super, super interesting, because we have a person sitting on the dock of the bay. It's not really the bay. It's more like a universal beach. And this person they have everything they need. They literally have the stars within them. They're literally made of stars. And yet they can't quite get to the pyramids that are just on the other side of the water. They are in a cave, right? And again, they are in that cave because of persecution, either real or imagined. Pile number 3, again, I do feel like various parts of you, whether it was your body, whether it was how you expressed yourself, how you spoke, you know, the language that was spoken in your family, maybe you didn't speak that language. It was just always something about you. You were always the focus of attention, and you were not the focus of attention in a good way. And so what that did was that forced you into a cave. It forced you into a cave of isolation. It forced you into a cave of protection. It forced you into, you know, having to shield yourself and protect yourself from people who are supposed to love you. But it really, really is safe now for you to come out of the cave. Why? Because it's time for you to share your voice. Why? Because you're not the only person who has dealt with this. And so what you need to do, again, is you need to tap into your soul tribe. You need to tap into your chosen family so that they can actually reflect to you the beautiful, wonderful person that you are, so that they can point out the protection that is around you. Right? So the first thing you're going to do is go into your meditation. Then you're going to tap into your soul tribe. Then you're going to come out of your cave so that you can be the leader you came here to be, right? You actually came here to be a phenomenal leader, group number 3. And so you could be a phenomenal writer. You could be a phenomenal singer. You could be a phenomenal dressmaker. Whatever it is, however you express yourself, it really is time for you to come out of the closet and be that and do that. Okay. And then your Moonology, wow, your Moonology card is it's time to take action. So again, just total confirmation. This is new moon in Aries. So one thing we know about the new moon is about new ideas, new opportunities, doing things in new ways, and it is in Aries, the Ram. So you're going to need to be a little bit stubborn about your dreams. You're going to be, when you say no, it needs to be no. When you set your boundaries, it needs to be a firm boundary. No more wishy-washy going back and forth with frauds, right? It's like no more frauds. Time out on frauds. It is time for you to dig into the stubbornness of Aries. And just, you know, the thing about Aries also is Aries, even though they're generous, they are also very much about self, like most fire signs, right? And Aries has no problem telling you where to go and how to get there, right? And Aries has no problem whatsoever being confrontational. As a matter of fact, confrontation reminds Aries that they are alive. They very much like confrontation. They might even start a confrontation, again, just so that they can feel like they're here, they're alive, and, you know, they get very excited about confrontation. It actually feeds them. And then when they're done, it's like, okay, are we going to breakfast now? They could have like cursed you out up one side and down the other. And then it's like, okay, let's go to brunch. So I am not saying that you want to go around cursing people out, but you definitely need to stick up for yourself. You definitely need to take action, and you definitely need to set your boundaries. So yeah, that's all I have for you for this Galentine's reading. Nice and quick and cute. So you can go back at any time if you missed any part of this reading and pick your pile. Let me know if it resonates and if you like these pick a card readings, or if you want me to just go back to reading, you know, the way I was before. So just let me know. And yeah. And what else is happening? Oh, just today I got my coaching and my healing packages designed. So I will be sending those out tomorrow to a few select folks so that they can get a first look at what I'm going to be offering as far as my coaching. And if anyone wants a private reading with me, of course, you can Facebook inbox me privately. If you want to see other readings that I have, you can go to my YouTube page, The Magic Hours. The Magic is one word, and it's MAGICK, and Hours with a Z. So that's it for me. As always, I love y'all. Thanks for hanging out. Hot damn, Cinnamon Girl reading is a solid whoopie la tanka. What does that mean? Whoopie Wapila Tanka Kuve. Thank you, sister. You're going to have to drop down in the chat and let me know what it means. I accept it. I love it all. And yeah, that's it. That's all I got. Happy Monday. Happy Galentine's week. I hope that your week is filled with love, self-love, universal love, and of course, partner love. And I hope this reading resonated. And so, yeah, just let me know and I'll talk with you next week. Bye.